The most important thing about a character is the performance, and we were really lucky because John had locked in on Rosa Salazar early on, and he showed me the screen test, and I thought she was just a great choice for it. She really brought a lot of emotion and sparkle, to the character. Because when you're translating a character, especially from a 2D graphic that everyone's familiar with, you have to find that something extra that brings it alive. And Rosa really did that. She had that sense that this is a character who's trying to find herself, and it really becomes about her and her relationship, with the people around her, and her learning who she is. And that's how you hang everything on that. Then the rest of it is kind of cosmetic. You want to honor the design that you have from the graphics, from the comics. You want to make sure that what Rosa is doing kind of can translate through all that you get this marriage between what the character is supposed to be in our imaginations and what the performance is in its reality. And the idea is just bringing those two together. So we went through a lot of iterations on Alita to try to find that right balance. Alita's eyes are an important part of her character. The way she is drawn, the way she's designed, is she has overly large eyes, and we kind of rationalized that as part of her character, being that she was designed as a warrior, that it would give her, essentially super sight, and that became part of her character, and so it amplified the detailed movements that we were able to pick up from Rosa's performance, and really use that to help draw you into the character. We want the reality of it. Typically, when you do keyframe, you're working at a gestural level, and kind of, the in-betweens kind of, come and go there for timing, but you're really looking for the major beats. But if you really look at how people move, everything overlaps constantly, in dialogue as well as motion. So performance capture gives you that both for the body and the weight, and also for the liveliness and the realism of the expressions. It's been great working with Robert, because that sort of impulse that he brings to filmmaking has really been terrific, especially when we were shooting, because we wanted to see if, all these tools that we had built up, which are highly technical, would actually hold up in that kind of run and gun style of shooting. So we were happy to see that they did. And, Robert looks for the moment, and he looks for the realism of the moment, and that's carried us through even into the post-production and following through with looking at the characters she's developed. Motorball was a combination of a lot of previs, a lot of keyframe animation, and performance capture, because we'll still use performance capture wherever we can for key beats, and that really was especially true for Alita. But there were, tests done with skaters early on to try to figure out what that motion was, and we captured a bit of that. And so it's always like you'll pull whatever techniques you need to, to kind of make it work. But it was trying to set up this sort of super fan idea that you had this stadium that you've never seen anything like it before, with this really high-speed, dangerous action going on, and trying to fit that all together into keeping it real, keeping it grounded, because it was meant to be a sport that had been played for hundreds of years in this arena that, was showing a lot of wear and tear just because it was Iron City. It wasn't a super fantastic place anymore. It needed to be grungy and dirty, but still fast and dangerous. I'm hoping they enjoy Alita's performance, because to me that is the heart and soul of the film, and just hoping they don't think about it, that once you see her and are introduced to her, she is just part of the world of the film, because that's really what we're after. The idea is to make it look like we were out there, 300 years in the future with cameras, and we just shot this movie, and here it is.